This is the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE or Fan Edition. It's been getting pretty good reviews across the web, but I feel there's one little thing that reviewers are overlooking. Hey everyone, this is Abbas from TechRadar, and before we start, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay notified about all our new videos. Let's start with the screen. It's got a 6.5-inch AMOLED screen. It's not the best screen that Samsung makes. It's a full HD screen, not a QHD that we've seen on some other high-end Samsung phones, but it supports 120 Hz refresh rate. Now, in all honesty, if you want to support 120 Hz on other flagship phones from Samsung, you have to tone down the resolution on the other phones, so I think it's fine in that regards. It's got a Snapdragon 865 processor, which is fantastic because we don't get to see that here in this part of the world. Most of them are Exynos 990 based, so big win for this phone in the 5G variant that we're looking at today. Along with that, it's got 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage with it. Coming to the camera on the back, you've got two of them are 12 megapixels and one of them is 8 megapixel. Again, not the best camera that Samsung makes, but pretty decent. We've seen some of the pictures it produces and it's very similar to what you get on high-end Samsung phones. And finally, with the battery and charging technology, it supports wireless charging. It's got a 4500 mAh battery, which is nice and big, very much in line with other Samsung phones as well. So the specs are pretty similar to the high-end phones. So what separates us from the other phones? Well, the design for one. It's got a plastic back, not a glass back. The other premium phones from Samsung have glass backs. And this place where the plastic meets the glass, it's not a very smooth finish. When you run your thumbs across it, you can feel the sharpness of it. It's not as smooth as, the other high-end Samsung phones. But that's fine if you look at the launch price of it, which was 2,699 dirhams. How does that compare to the launch price of the S20 or the S20 Plus that were launched earlier in the year? The S20 was for 3,199 dirhams, whereas the S20 Plus 5G variant was for 3,700 or 3,699 dirhams. Here's the thing, Samsung phones tend to drop in price after they've released, and it's been 6 months since the S20 and the S20 Plus were released. So I was checking the prices on Amazon.ae for both of those phones, and guess where they stand today? The Samsung Galaxy S20, the 4G version of it, is selling for 2,399 dirhams, which is cheaper than what this phone is selling for on Amazon right now at a cheaper price. This is at 2,449, so the S20 is actually cheaper than it. You're getting a better build quality on the S20. You're getting a slightly lower chipset, the Exynos 990, which is slightly lower than the Snapdragon 865 it has. Cameras are better on the S20, and the build quality is obviously better on the S20 as well. So the question is this phone worth it at 2,449, which is slightly higher than the S20? When you look at the S20 Plus, that is selling at Amazon for 2,625, which is just about 175 dirhams more than the price of this phone. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus has a higher screen, a better screen, a larger screen. It has a more premium build quality. It has the glass build. It has 12 gigs of RAM, which is 4 gigs more than this. It still has the Exynos 990, which is again slightly slower than the Snapdragon 865 found on the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, but almost everything else is much better on the Galaxy S20 Plus. So the question is, why wouldn't you go for a slightly older Galaxy S20 or S20 Plus, which are right around the same price tag as this S20 FE? Starting price of those phones was a lot higher than what this launched at, but those phones are now selling for a lower price. So knowing that the S20 and the S20 Plus cost either the same or slightly lower than the S20 Fan Edition, would you still go for the S20 Fan Edition? That is my question to you. This is Abbas signing out, and stay tuned to TechRadar for everything in the world of tech.